Like, from a young age, I was always into, like, building things and, like, designing. And then the opportunity came round of, like, me getting the young apprenticeship, and also my family, like, my dad's an engineer, my granddad's an engineer, my uncle's an engineer, so I've had a little bit of influence as well from them. But generally, I just like engineering, and I like the fact of, like, designing and building.
I identified at an early age that, you know, he liked engineering because, you know, I think when he was about 8, I bought him a Connects, and, you know, in about the space of a couple of days, he'd he'd thrown away the manual and started making models of his own.
Like every apprentice, Neeraj can expect to spend 3 years or more learning the basic skills of his trade. So having a passion for it is really important.
Today I'm trying to make one of these control rods, which, as you can see, is here. And basically it allows the pilot to control the amount of airflow that's going through the engine and change various settings in the engine of the flaps and angles. You tell somebody you're 16, you work in Rolls Royce, it's quite they see you as in a different light suddenly, like that you're actually something special and something a bit different, because it's really quite prestigious to work in such a big company like this at certainly the age that I am.
So first data midge, glued out from one end to the other.
Okay.
Second data midge, 90 degrees to it. Check that with an engineer's square.
Now I'm thinking, wow, what a change a couple of years can make to a life. Because going from schoolboy to engineer, it's quite a radical change, and I'm quite pleased with that change.
Once every engine is built and tested, its last stop is the customer delivery centre, where it has to pass scrutiny by engine inspector Mike Riley. It's a huge responsibility. His will be the last eyes to see inside the engine before it takes to the sky.
I've been at Rolls Royce for 5 years now, in fact this month. Before that I was in the military as a helicopter technician on the first line maintenance. I've actually wanted to work for Rolls Royce for some time before I came to work here, and it took me 2 years of applying before I could get in. So it's not the easiest place to get into.
Mike's is one of the most specialised jobs on the assembly line. Like a doctor doing keyhole surgery, he uses a borescope to inspect the inside of the engine.
Basically, every single rotating stage within the engine we'll look at, plus the combustion chamber. Literally, the whole of the inside of the engine is borescoped. This is the first stage HP compressor. At the moment I'm turning it rearwards. Usually the blades will come towards you. I'm just looking for any damage on the actual blade surface, leading or trailing edges. Occasionally you can get a little bit confused in there because there are so many blades. This is the first nozzle assembly that we're looking at, with all the hundreds of cooling holes on it. It's possibly the hottest part of the engine here. You know, practically a surgeon.
After Mike's final inspection, another Trent 700 engine is bagged up and ready to leave the factory. In a few days, it'll be in France and fitted to another Airbus 330 plane, just one of 300 engines built this year. These engines are Rolls-Royce's key to success, but it's keeping ahead of the competition that will secure the future for everyone in Derby. But right now, there's a big day ahead. Today, all eyes are on the performance of the Boeing Dreamliner, and of course, the Rolls-Royce engines that power it. It's a big day for the aeroplane out in Seattle, and an even bigger day for the team of engineers back in Derby, watching the preparations for the flight live online. As the aircraft prepares to take off and the engines fire up to full power, there's nothing anyone can do but wait, watch, and see what happens next.
And here she comes, the 787 Dreamliner.
Way to go, Rolls Royce!
It's a massive coup to provide the engines for a new airliner's first flight. And it's something to be very proud of for the people who build them.
Quite an emotional moment for everybody involved, particularly for all the guys here who have built the engines, all the engineers who have designed it over the last 4, 5, 6 years. Some of these people have devoted their entire lifetime at work to this.
Ecstatic, really. Really delighted to see the aircraft take off after what's been a pretty long and tiring journey to get this far, really.
But the success of the flight can only really be gauged when orders for the new engine start coming in.
Great news. Another order for 5 Trent 1000 powered Boeing 787 aircraft were placed this morning. Particularly good because it's quite a tough market at the moment, and so it does show testament to the technology in this engine that even in this market people are still placing orders. It's a great day to be in the job. It's a great day to be in Rolls Royce. It's a great day for Derby.
For the 11,000 employees in Derby, it's another ordinary day, with more Trent engines to build. And in Warwickshire, it's the end of another shift for Bob and Lee Blackwell. But it's also the start of a new chapter in the story of the Trent engine, because the first fan case for the next engine in the Trent family is finally ready and about to be revealed.
We've organised the corporate comms team to come down to take a team photo. So we're going to get everyone that's been involved in the project together. There you go, look at that beauty. There you go. That's it. Work of art. It's a work of art.
It's something for Mark and his team to be really proud of. And a senior project manager from Derby is on his way to see the unveiling.
That looks really good. It's really good. Pull it this way a little bit further, and then have those two sitting behind it. We can all gather round the front, guys. If everyone comes in round the front, gather round. We've got to get some photogenic people. Got it.
This is a major thank you to all of you, and thank you very much for the fantastic effort you put in. This is so many firsts for us as a project. It's our first module and it's our biggest module, and a major milestone for our first engine. So thank you very much. Thank you.
That's great. Well done.